We are backstage in Vancouver at Rockstar Energy Uproar Festival, speaking with John from Disturbed. Welcome back to Vancouver.
Thank you.
It's always awesome having you here.
We love coming up here to Canada, and Vancouver is one of our favorite cities.
Is it really?
For many reasons.
Why? What are the reasons?
Absolutely. It's just a very, let's say it's a very enlightened city.
That's awesome. I'm glad you think so.
Absolutely. Very forward thinking.
Cool. So I'm just going to run through some stats with you from your site. You're one of only 6 rock bands in history to have 3 consecutive releases debut at #1. You have sold in excess of 11 million records worldwide, received a Grammy nomination in 2009 for Best Metal Performance, and you have 9 #1 singles on active rock radio, including Asylum. When you hear those stats, what goes through your mind?
If you say so.
Really?
I mean, I don't know them. I hear them and I know that I can look them up or whatever. I don't think, to me, it's not really about that. It's that is not something that we achieve. The statistics of the #1 this and #1 that. That's more of a result of our fans and our fan base. And the hard rock and heavy metal. The band's been together for 10 years, and we've still, even with this new record, had a single that it's gone to #1. That's about us writing the best music we can, and also our fans staying with us and coming to these shows and buying the records and still being a part of the art that we're creating.
Yeah. Asylum's really different from your past albums. It's deeper.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. I think it is. Do you think it is?
Since I've been in the band, which I joined on I played on the 10,000 Fists record and then Indestructible and now on Asylum. To me, it just seems every record's just been a little evolution for the band. Not a huge departure from anything we've done before, but also not going down the same roads that, trying to do new things each record, but I don't. It's just
a little deeper or something, or I don't know.
Perhaps, there's different aspects of each record advances itself. Like on 10,000 Fists, Danny started, exploring more of a lead guitar player role, and that was something new sonically for us. And then when we did Indestructible, I think we started embracing a lot more of some of our traditional metal roots and and David started expanding, what he was singing about lyrically. And then now I think maybe what's different about Asylum is that expansion that David started or has been continuing to do that's evident on Indestructible is even deeper on Asylum, and he's really delving into some personal issues and some dark things. But
is there a message, an overall message, or is it just
I think it's
personal?
Just, it's all about overcoming personal strife, and then he basically sings about the issues in his life as he sees them in this poetic singing format. And it's not as cryptic as he used to be. I think this record, he's a little more deliberate about some of the things he's talking about.
Right, definitely.
A little more specific.
Your Decade of Disturbed DVD's great inside look at your journey.
Thank you very much. Our
love it. I watched
our
it.
video. The video team has been out with us for so many years now. 24 Core. They've been with us from the beginning. And a lot of that footage, comes from what Dan and the rest of the band's personal footage as well. But the 24 Core team really put together a great synopsis.
What did you think of it when you saw it all together in sequence at the end when you're just sitting back watching it?
It's cool. It's
Did you remember a lot of it, or?
Oh yeah, definitely. See, to me, each clip I know a story behind it. So each clip I see, there's so much more to me that is happening besides what we're just seeing video-wise. But what they put together video-wise is a great presentation and a great. If you don't know the band, then I think it's a nice introduction to
definitely
get to know
it.
our personalities, get to know what drives us artistically, musically, and out here on the road. I think also, if you already do know the band, then it's just even more exciting to kind of see behind the scenes of what it's like.
Definitely.
To an extent, I mean, what it's like when the video camera's around.
Yeah.
All the exciting moments are in there. It's not all crazy, but definitely it's a fun watch. We're very pleased with how Decade of Disturbed turned out.
Yeah, it turned out great. And you can download it for free on your site, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That's awesome too. Does it ever get overwhelming? The love, the fan love, and just do you ever, I don't know, feel sort of inhuman? Like,
it is what it is. I mean, obviously we do this because we wanted, we were hoping to be able to reach this many people and to, become a part of their lives, because that's why we got into music. The bands that we dug obviously inspired us enough to where we want to pursue that lifestyle. So I know what that kind of fan dedication is, and it's very respectful, and it's very so to be on the opposite side of it and getting it back, especially on the level that we've been able to achieve with Disturbed, it can be overwhelming, especially when I think about me being that kid or even that young adult, or that fan on the other side that now it's kind of flipped around. And I appreciate it because I know where they're coming from. Music's a powerful force.
Absolutely.
It transcends so much, and it's something that really is mood altering and mood enhancing, and it changes the way you think and feel. And I think that's the kind of music we tried to make, and I think our fans have connected with that. And that's to me, that's what it's about.
Absolutely. So after the Uproar tour, you're off for a couple weeks, and then you're touring the US with Art of Dying and Hail the Villain.
Two good bands.
Yeah.
Two good Canadian bands.
Canadian bands.
They
that's
are
right.
very Art of Dying. We're on Intoxication Records, which is Dan and David's imprint label through Warner Brothers, and then Hail the Villain, who's out on Uproar right now. Two great acts, and actually there's a little bit of a crossover with them, because the drummer for Hail the Villain actually used to play drums in Art of Dying like 5 years ago.
Oh, that's so cool.
So they know each other. Yeah. It's a small musical world. But we're very excited about doing that run with those guys.
Cool. And then after that, Taste of Chaos tour in Europe, right?
That's right. Yes. You know what's going on better.
Yeah, I could give you your schedule.
We're going over to Taste of Chaos in Europe, playing for about a month over there. The lineup's going to be Disturbed, Papa Roach, Buck Cherry, and Hailstorm, who's actually out on this run as well. Looking very forward to it. Love the new Buck Cherry and Papa Roach records.
Great records.
I have toured with Papa Roach before. Those guys are amazing musicians and always bring a massive level of intensity. And to kind of take this kind of, it's almost festival touring environment over there, is going to be a lot of fun.
Cool. Do you guys have any pre-show rituals?
We got a little. I don't. It is more ritual. Maybe I don't know. I wouldn't call it tradition, but we do have our rituals that we do. Besides, we all have our warm-up routines. Me and guitar player Dan, we warm up all day long. We come in and out of the dressing room and practice. Mikey, our drummer, will come in here and dedicate a little time. He comes in probably the earliest out of everybody before a show, about an hour and 15, an hour and a half, because we're physically demanding. Right. He does drum wise, and so he has to stretch and warm up, and he really does take almost an hour and a half to prepare for an hour long show. David does his warm up on the bus, sings vocally, and then usually about half an hour before the show, we're all in the dressing room together. It's just the four of us,
quiet time,
hanging out, just being a band, talking about the show, talking about last night's show, just focusing, because the day can be very distracting, especially if you have friends or family out. Plus, we're out here doing a job, so there's press to do. There's things going on all day long. Yeah. And it's good for us to have that time when it's like, okay, remember what this is about? It's about being a band. And just, connecting with what the four of us can do on stage and bringing it to the crowd.
That's so cool.
And then, then we do a little pre-show shot, and then we go out and we hit it.
Awesome. Sounds good. Well, thank you so much for speaking with us, and I'm looking forward to your show tonight.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.